Hello everyone, welcome back with more questions from nationalism in India. As I told you, this chapter is little bit uh, lengthy and as well as it is little complicated. So we will not be dealing with too many questions in a day. We will take maybe 6 to 7 questions and try to learn on that day itself. Okay, so today I'll be covering subtopic 3. Subtopic 3 will be covered today, not the entire subtopic, only till Salt March. Okay, only till 3.1 I'll be covering. Okay, first question. Why did Mahatma Gandhi decide to withdraw the non-cooperation movement in February 1922? So in the last subtopic, we have learned that non-cooperation movement and the meaning of Swaraj has been interpreted. So why Gandhiji? Okay, everything was going very well, but why Gandhiji withdraw the non-cooperation movement in 1922? There is one small figure, small picture in your textbook. In that picture, they have written that because of the Chauri Chaura movement, the non-cooperation movement was withdrawn. So this question can come for 3 marks. What are the different reasons why non-cooperation movement has been withdrawn in the year 1922? So in 1922 at Chauri Chaura in Gorakhpur, Chauri Chaura, again, this is your map work. It can be asked in the map work also. Okay, identify the place from where the non-cooperation movement is being withdrawn. So Chauri Chaura, Chaura Chauri incident happened. After that only the non-cooperation movement was withdrawn. So what happened in Chauri Chaura? A peaceful mob turned violent and clashed with the police, resulting in the deaths of several policemen. And we know that Mahatma Gandhi was very clear with his movement that nothing should go in violence. Okay, the moment something is going to turn in violence, it is going to be withdrawal. So what happened in Chauri Chaura? The mob turned into violent clash and with the police, resulting in the deaths of several policemen. The movement slowed down in urban areas, second reason. And the third reason, Gandhiji felt that the movement was turning violent. As I told you, just now I told you that if the movement turn into violent, the satyagraha, he thought that it is a time when he needs to teach the satyagrahis the proper, not teach, proper training needs to be given. So satyagrahi needed proper training before they were ready for the mass struggle. Okay, so here satyagrahis need proper training. This is your keyword, mass struggle. Okay, why they need the training? They need a training so that they can go with the mass struggle. So the question can come for 3 marks, and even 1 marks question can come as a map question where they will tell you to identify the place. So that is Chauri Chaura. Examine the significance of non-cooperation movement, importance of non-cooperation movement. Again, this can be your 2 marks question. It can be your 3 marks question, depends on how they are going to ask. So it was a large scale mass movement. It attracted common people from all social groups. Second one, non-cooperation movement got under one umbrella, that is which two communities, Hindus and Muslims, through when the non-cooperation movement and Khilafat movement joined hand together. Okay, when they join hand together, that's it has promoted Hindu-Muslim unity. So that also is one of the significant significance of non-cooperation movement. And third, peasants and tribal movement became a significant. So these are the 3 important reasons why non-cooperation movement is very important. Became significance. It is significance. Okay, next one. What was Simon Commission? Why was it opposed? The question can be reframed. What is what do you understand by Simon Commission, or what are the key features of Simon Commission? Why it is opposed? Why Indians were not with Simon Commission? Why Indians, what are the different reasons why Indians felt that the Simon Commission needs to be boycotted? Or they can ask you why Simon Commission, why Simon go back slogans were be delivered in India. So there can be n number of question formed, but the answer will remain the same. Okay, they are asking you about the Simon Commission and what are the reasons why it has been opposed. So in November 1921, the British government appointed the Indian commission, properly known as Simon Commission. Okay, so It is a British government who has appointed, okay, who has appointed a commission. But you will be wonder that in that commission, there was not even a single Indians who were presented. The Britishers, they have set up this commission to bring the constitutional reforms. But for this constitutional reforms, they never felt that there should be at least one member needs to be Indian. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why Simon Commission was boycotted. The Simon Commission was composed of 7 British members of parliament, but it had no Indian members. Okay, not even, they are going to make a constitutional reforms, but there are no Indian members who are present. This has been seen as a violation of the principle of self-determination and a deliberation insult of the self-respect of the Indians. Definitely, like, you know, suppose, for example, if somebody is telling you that we are going to make a program for you, but they're not going to involve you, how you're going to feel it? Okay, so in the same way, they are going to bring a change in the constitutional reforms, but there are no Indians who are going to be present over there. So the commission went, it was greeted with the Hatals and black flag demonstrations under the slogan, Simon, go back. The question will come for 2 + 1, or the question can come for 1 + 2. Why it was opposed? It was opposed because there were no Indian members present over there. Second, it has been seen that the violation of principles of self-determination and deliberate insult of the self-respect of Indians. Okay, that's the reason it is being boycotted or it is being opposed. Examine the significance of Lahore session of Indian National Congress. Okay, Lahore session, why Lahore session is very important. What was the importance of Lahore session, which happened in the year 1929? 3 marks question or 2 marks question. Okay, what are the reasons why Lahore session played a very important role? So Lahore session, with the name itself, where the session must have held, it must have held in the Lahore. Okay, under the presidentship of Jawaharlal Nehru in the year 1929. So if they are going to ask you Lahore session, you need to remember the year 1929. The leader was Jawaharlal Nehru. It declared Purna Swaraj, spelling is wrong, Purna Swaraj or complete independence for India as its goal. Okay, what was there? This one, it was a Purna Swaraj, what they have asked for. Okay, Purna Swaraj means complete independence. At midnight of 31st December 1929, the tricolor flag was held on the bank of River Ravi. It means the slogan Vande Mataram. This is just for a reference. Okay, it is not there in your textbook, but you should know, as an Indian, we should know when was, like, you know, and where it has been declared. Then January 26, 1930 was celebrated as Independence Day all over the country. Not only that day, after 1930, every year January 26th has been celebrated as Independence Day. After independence, we started celebrating. It is a Indian Constitution was formally adopted, and now we celebrate 26th January as a Republic Day, and tomorrow we have our Republic Day. Describe the main features of Salt March. Salt March, one of the very, very important event in the history of nationalism or history of India. Salt March led by Mahatma Gandhiji. Okay, Gandhiji started the march on 12th March 1930. Very important date. 78 volunteers, very important. After the Lord even ignored his letter that the demand for the abolition of the salt tax. It was like, you know, Gandhiji has given an ultimatum. Ultimatum means final thing to the Britishers of Lord, even where he has declared some of the demands, and he clearly told if the demands are not going to fulfill, then he is going to start with the civil disobedience movement. So the march covered almost 240 miles, important figure, 24 days, starting from Sabarmati to Gujarat town of Dandi. Your map question, Sabarmati is your map question, Dandi is again your map questions. Okay, Gandhiji was acknowledged by thousands of people, and even women participation has been seen first time. Okay, non-cooperation movement, we have not seen the women participation. But here in the civil disobedience movement, Salt March, which was the beginning of the civil disobedience movement, we have seen that even women has been participated. He reached Dandi on 6th April. Again, important date, manufactured salt from the seawater and violated the law. Violated the law means law ko break kiya, okay? Kanun ko break kiya, which was the law which has been made by the Britishers. Gandhiji and his volunteers has broke the law. What was Gandhi Event Pact? So previous slide we have learned that Gandhiji has given the ultimatum through his letter, where he has clearly said, Ivan, that if the demands are not going to fulfill, what he is going to do, he is going to break the law. So this pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Viceroy of India, that is Lord Evan, on March 5th, 1931. It was here that Congress has declared Purna Swaraj as its aim. Already it has been declared. Okay, this we have learned in the Lahore session. In this session, it was decided to celebrate 26 January as an independent day every year, and people were asked to prepare themselves for the struggle for independence. It was after this session that Gandhiji sought to devise ways to relate the idea of independence with the daily issues of the people to make the struggle more practical. Okay, so this question is not important, but I thought it is like, for your general understanding, you should be knowing that at least when the pact was signed. So pact was signed in the year 1931 and date was 5th March. Why was Salt March considered an effective symbol against the colonialism? Or they can ask you the question, it is very important question, 5 marks question, or they can ask you write a short note on Dandi March. So this answer plus this answer you need to write together. Or they can ask you, describe how Salt March is one of the very effective symbol, okay, against the colonial rule. So Mahatma Gandhi found salt is a very powerful symbol. Why salt is a very powerful symbol? Because even if the billionaire or the person who is not very rich, okay, or the person who is living below poverty line, everyone in their life needs salt. Okay, salt is a basic necessity of the life. So Gandhiji thought that it is a very, very powerful weapon because it will unite all the sectors, all the segments of the people together. Gandhiji sent a letter to Viceroy Iron stating 11 demands. I was telling you about these demands. Okay, the most stringy of all demand was abolish the salt tax. Salt was the most essential item. As I told you, it is consumed by rich, poor, both of them. Ivan was unwilling to negotiate. So Gandhiji started Salt March with his 78 volunteers on 6th April. He reached Dandi and he violated the law. If there will be a long answer, you need to include all his volunteers. That is 200 miles. That is 240 miles he has covered. How many days he took? That is 24 days he took. From where he started from Sabarmati and he reached to Dandi. Okay, so this point will also be included in this answer. This march developed the feeling of nationalism. People in different parts of the country broke the salt law, manufactured salt and demonstrated in front of government salt factories. So this is the effect, okay, it reached to the mass where people started breaking the law and they have demonstrated in front of government factories. Next one, why did Gandhiji relaunch the civil disobedience movement after second roundtable conference? So again, this is your 2 marks question or it will be for your 3 marks question. In December 1931, Gandhiji went to London for the roundtable conference, but the negotiation broke down and he returned disappointed. Why he returned disappointed? Because whatever the negotiations were happening, it was not the negotiation has not been fulfilled by the Britishers. So Gandhiji was very upset and he returned to India. Second reason for launching the civil disobedience movement was he discovered that the government has began a new cycle of repression. Okay, a different way of exploiting the people. Abdul Ghaffar Khan and Jawaharlal Nehru, both of them were in jail. Okay, so this again made Gandhiji to think of relaunching the civil disobedience movement. Then one of the very, very important reason to launch was the Congress was declared illegal. Illegal का मतलब क्या होता है यहाँ पे? Illegal का मतलब जहाँ पे हमने बहुत बड़ा गुनाह किया है, या like we have done a biggest crime that we have been declared as illegal. So the Congress itself has been declared illegal, which has got Gandhiji a very we can say that a large amount of dissatisfaction or disappointment. And then Gandhiji thought that it is very important that that we need to start with the mass struggle or mass movement. A series of measures has been imposed to prevent meetings, demonstration, and boycotts. So these are the reasons. Okay, first roundtable conference was failed. Second roundtable conference was failed. Third thing, new cycle of repression. Abdul Ghaffar Khan and Jawaharlal Nehru, both of them were put in the jail. Then Congress has been declared illegal. So these are the points why Gandhiji relaunched the civil disobedience movement. Thank you, children. And tomorrow we will be meeting again. And I'll be covering with how social groups have been participated in civil disobedience movement and difference between civil disobedience movement and non-cooperation movement, and some of the questions from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, that is Pune Pact and other things also I'll be covering tomorrow. Keep tuning, keep subscribing and liking my channel, and circulate among your friends. Thank you.